All right, so after Dricus du Plessis easily beat Sean Strickland like I predicted, I went 9-2-1 on that Australian card, by the way. So after Dricus du Plessis easily beat Sean Strickland, we all know what's next. I don't want to see him go up and take on Pereira. I don't want to see him Imavov. Even though I think Imavov has earned the title fight, he just has to wait a little bit. We all know it's Khamzat Chimaev next. Then that is one of my most anticipated fights. One of the fights I'm most excited for, in recent history. Like probably the top 3, top 5 fight ever that I've been excited for during my tenure as a UFC fan. That's a fantastic fight. Neither guy has lost in the UFC. Who would have thought that it would take, after Khamzat Chimaev beat Gilbert Burns, who would have thought that it would take over 3 years to get a title shot, right? All the inactivity, all the injuries, missing weight against Diaz, fighting Kevin Holland, not fighting for a year, barely beating Usman, but then his last performance against Whitaker was probably his best ever. He easily smoked the best opponent he's fought. And then Dricus du Plessis has knocked out Whitaker, has submitted Adesanya, has beaten Strickland twice, has improved a lot in 1 year because it was a split, then he easily 50-45'd. Two of them, I'm picking Dricus du Plessis, right? I'm a big Khamzat fan. I've been a big Khamzat fan since the beginning. I remember when he fought Gilbert Burns, he was such a big superstar and everyone just loved Chimaev and he had this aura and mystique about him. I'm a big Chimaev fan, and it has seemed almost inevitable that Khamzat Chimaev will win the belt, right? And I think he beats everyone else in the division. I think he beats Adesanya, beats Imavov, beats Strickland, beats Barallo, beats who else is there at middleweight, beats all the guys in middleweight, beats all the guys at welterweight. I have to go with Dricus du Plessis, and we'll get into it. But this fight has to happen next, right? And I think it will. I would be surprised if it doesn't. And I'm not sure where the heck you would have it. Whether you want to have it in the Middle East, South Africa is unlikely, the USA. But you could bring it anywhere really in the world and it'll sell well. But the reason I'm going with Khamzat is for a few reasons. I think Khamzat absolutely will take Dricus down in the first round. I think Khamzat can take everyone down in the first round. I mean, Derek Brunson took Dricus down, but I don't see a world where he finishes him. Whitaker can kind of be bullied around a bit, right? Like Whitaker can you can rough up Whitaker a bit. I don't see Dricus getting finished whatsoever in the first round. Usman can survive. Usman survived. He's not known as a jiu-jitsu guy. I think Dricus will be taken down. I do. I just see him surviving. He's big. He's not a former welterweight. Actually, he might have fought a welterweight and really early in his career. But he's more physical than Whitaker. Look what Dricus did to Whitaker in the first round. Took him down with a throw and landed 15, 20 good shots to ground and pound at the end of the first round. I know that Chimaev beat Whitaker, and I know he took him down in the first round and submitted him. But Dricus took Whitaker down as well and was beating him up on the ground. Khamzat had zero resistance. Dricus had zero resistance to Whitaker on the ground as well. It's not like he was shooting and missing him early. The one shot he got, he took. The one shot he took, or he got. And maybe could Khamzat rear naked choke him in the first round? Maybe. But Dricus has good offensive jiu-jitsu. He submitted Adesanya. He submitted guys. I just don't see him getting finished. I just don't. And I think, Khamzat is decent on the feet, but I think he's sloppy. I don't even play into the cardio too much of Khamzat, saying, he has terrible cardio. I think he has all right cardio, but I think Dricus definitely has better cardio. There was a time and place where we thought Dricus had some of the worst cardio in the division. He has the best cardio in the division by far, or maybe besides Anthony Hernandez, but I don't really worry about Khamzat like tiring out, but I know Dricus will be less tired than Khamzat. And Khamzat sloppy on the feet. This is not some Muay Thai savant. This is not some, Alex Pereira, where even in the fifth, he's going to carry the power, where he's going to land leg kicks and mess up. No, like, he's going to sloppily kickbox. And I just see Dricus running through him on the feet. I don't think Khamzat can deal with those combinations of Dricus. 1, 2, 3, barging forward. I think Khamzat's going to get hit by him. So, and then I just think Dricus is going to do damage on the feet after the first round. I think maybe Khamzat gets a few more takedowns, but I think Dricus, I don't think he'll get up in the first round. I think Khamzat will take him down, and Dricus will survive. Then I think in the second round, Khamzat takes him down, Dricus gets up, Khamzat misses a takedown, Khamzat misses another one. They're on the feet, Khamzat lands, Dricus lands, but Dricus lands better and more. Third round, Khamzat takes him down, Dricus gets up quicker. Then he starts striking. Then he's winning. He's landing big shots. And then I think Dricus gonna finish him fourth or fifth. I can't doubt Dricus anymore. Like, we thought this guy was like, at the Brunson fight, he looked like such like an oaf. Then he fights Till, and he almost loses to Till, which is crazy. That loss is aged so well for Till because he really almost won. Because Dricus, he threw like 1,000 shots in the first round, gets tired from it in the second. Then he just rallies in the third to take him down and submit him. And then no one thought he would beat Whitaker. No one thought it. I thought there was no chance he beats Whitaker. Then the Whitaker fight happens, and Whitaker is slightly ahead on the feet. Then Dricus takes him down, beats him up for like 30 seconds. And we're thinking, all right, well, Whitaker was winning. It was just kind of a fluke that Dricus took him down at the end there. Whitaker's winning the second. Then Dricus' jab KOs him. Then he fights Strickland. Barely beats Strickland. Then he fights Adesanya. It's a great performance against Izzy. Then he fights Strickland again and 50-45s him. And look, I know Strickland didn't throw a lot. That's how Strickland fights always. There was no difference in that fight. It was just Dricus being able to deal with it better. That's how Strickland fought in the Costa fight. That's how Strickland fought in the Adesanya fight. That's how Strickland fought in every fight of his career. I just think Dricus he's just so unique on the feet, and it's such a variety of attacks. His punches, its combinations, its leg kicks, its body kicks, its head kicks. It's nonstop. He doesn't really care if you're in the perfect spot to throw, or he doesn't try to set stuff up. He just is going to do his thing. And I just see him running through Khamzat on the feet. I know Khamzat hits hard, and Khamzat can strike. Khamzat definitely can strike, but this is not Kamaru Usman. This is not Gilbert Burns. Because really the only guys he's striked with, okay, besides Mearshart, is Burns and Usman for an extended period of time. He struck for Whitaker for like 45 seconds. Dricus is just such a different level than Burns and Usman on the feet, who are wrestlers, who are grapplers, who develop decent striking. Right, that's what we would define Usman and Burns as. Grapplers who have developed decent striking. So Usman and Burns could kind of nullify the grappling against Khamzat. So they were on the feet with him, and Khamzat did good enough because they aren't striking. Dricus is just so well rounded, and I think where Whitaker can kind of get out physicality a bit, can kind of get bullied a bit in the grappling for Khamzat to get the choke. I just don't see Dricus getting out physical. I don't see Dricus getting bullied on the ground for Khamzat to get the choke. I think Dricus is probably the better grappler than Whitaker. I mean, look what happened. Whitaker surprised Dricus with a takedown. Dricus got right back up. Dricus takes Whitaker down, pounds him out. So I just think Dricus will be able to survive. I mean, Usman survived. I thought Whitaker would as well, but I don't know. And it's not like Khamzat, if he doesn't get the finish in the first round, it's an automatic loss. He's going to gas out. But if he can't get the finish in the first round, he's not going to get it in the second, third, fourth, or fifth, right? When he's at his strongest, when he's at his best, he's not going to get it. If he doesn't get it then, he's not going to get it later. And on the feet, Dricus is just going to run through him, I think. I really think he's just going to run through him on the feet. But it's crazy because if you ask me when he beat Li Jingliang or when he beat Gilbert Burns, is Khamzat Chimaev going to be a champion? I would have said 100% yes. 100% yes. And I don't know. I mean, maybe Khamzat could do it if he just took Dricus down and submits him right away. I mean, I don't see who he loses to if he beats Dricus. At middleweight, easily. If Khamzat Chimaev easily takes down and submits Dricus du Plessis in the first round, he beats Strickland easily. He beats Imavov easily. He beats Adesanya easily. He beats Anthony Hernandez easily. He beats Baralho easily. He beats all of them easily. Which kind of sucks for Khamzat. It's like Dricus is the only guy where I think Dricus is stubborn enough and just unique enough and good enough to win. But Khamzat, I think he beats all of them at 170. Belal, I think there's a good matchup. Shavkat, maybe not. Oh, Shavkat, Ian Gary almost choked him out. Khamzat would easily beat him. What am I talking about? Even at 205, like I think this isn't me dissing Khamzat. I think Dricus is the only guy who can beat him. Maybe Aspinall also beats him, but now we're talking heavyweight. I look at 205. I think they all beat. I think Khamzat beats every one of them there. Pereira easily. Yuri, maybe not. Yuri also kind of has that freak factor, but like that's it. You kind of need that freak factor to beat Chimaev. You kind of need to have that stubbornness. Like Whitaker, great fighter, but there's no edge or odd factor about. You need that kind of come out of left field. And I think Dricus is like the guy to beat Chimaev. Who would have thought, really? Who would have thought that when you look at it, if he beats Chimaev, that's Whitaker he beat, that's Strickland twice, that's Till, that's Brunson, that's Adesanya, that's Chimaev. I mean, that's going to be how many? 3 title defenses? I mean, we could, in a year or two, we could be talking about Dricus as one of the best fighters of all time. I'm not even, I say that not even joking. Because he'll beat Imavov, he'll beat Baralho. He'll probably beat Pereira. I don't know if Pereira can get through Ankalaev, Dricus can get through Chimaev and Imavov. I'd like to see it at some point. But it is a great fight. It is a great fight. We could do it in Abu Dhabi. We could do it in South Africa. We could do it in the U.S. I don't know what's going on with Khamzat and the U.S. Maybe now with Trump and relations are a bit better with Russia, so maybe Khamzat will be able to fight in the U.S. But I don't know if that's even the case. It might just be with the. But I'm a big Chimaev fan, and I think he beats every other guy in the UFC besides Dricus. I don't see Dricus getting run over, and I think if they're on the feet, he'll be the one running Khamzat over. But Khamzat, I would like to see Khamzat win. But I'm a big fan of both. I would like to see Dricus win as well. But that'd be such a good fight. So that's my prediction. I go Dricus like 4th, 5th round TKO, which would be crazy. But come on, we gotta see this fight, UFC. No bullshit. I don't want to see Dricus versus Pereira. I don't want to see Adesanya rematch. I'm kind of kidding. They're not gonna do an Adesanya rematch. But it should be Chimaev. There's no reason why it shouldn't be Chimaev, and that would be a fantastic fight. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.